Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is actually very important, so make sure you stick all the way through to the end. Now, a lot of people, they focus on the entries, but personally I believe that for a strategy to really be complete, you need to focus on your exits, because at the end of the day, your exit is actually going to decide how much money you get to keep at the end of the day. Your entry is just getting your foot through the door, but your exit is going to decide if you're going to win big, if you're going to win small, if you're going to even lose huge, or you're going to lose a little bit. So your exit is very important, and I believe that the order flow footprint is not just great for entry and trade management, but it's also beautiful for exits. And you do this 100% usually through just the delta. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to run you through it really quickly and how I go about it. So let's just say we're on gold right here. We're on the 3-minute time frame. Usually when I'm taking a look at my exits, I'm looking at the 1-minute time frame, but 3-minute time frame right now, because it's very difficult for me to scroll all the way back to where we currently are in price. And this happens usually day in, day out. So you'll be able to really pick this up very easily. So let's say I'm in a short from here. There's a beautiful point of interest, etc. And I'm shorting gold right from here and looking to short all the way through. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm looking at the delta, and I have the understanding that as long as the sellers are strong and the delta is the same amount of strength as kind of like up here. So like we started this short move from -91, -86, -217. Well, as long as we keep that up, okay, here and there you will have 1 or 2 candles, you know, that are not the same strength. But overall, we don't just take a look at the candle, we take a look at the whole range. So as long as the sellers are increasingly getting stronger as we go down the range, then great, I'm going to be holding the trade. But as well as that, I don't just focus on the sellers, because the seller's strength alone doesn't mean much if I can't contrast it with the strength of the buyers. Because remember, at the end of the day, you can have 1,000 sellers, but if you also have 1,000 buyers, we're not going anywhere, are we? But let's compare to when we have 1,000 sellers but only 10 buyers. Well, one side's completely destroying the other side, and that's the main thing. That's very important to understand. And this is why I kind of don't really focus too much on the volume, because the volume isn't going to tell me too much. Like the volume here is telling me 2892. Okay, strong, but it actually doesn't tell me if this candle, like who's actually in control within this candle, you know? So it's very important to be able to contrast the max delta and the min delta, the buyers and the sellers. Okay, so a lot of the time as we go down, what you see will happen at a low or at a high is a huge amount of selling or buying goes into that low, and price fails to continue down and lower. So we have here -91, -86, -217, 227. This is great as we go. And then -480, perfect. Up until here, I'm still holding my trade. But then I go from -480 to -55. And look, this candle closes bullish. Strange, but I'm still holding, because you know sometimes you get these continuation candles, so I'm still going to be holding. But then I see that even though we had -480, we went from -480 to 191 now on the third candle. Okay, so this is a huge flip, here. Essentially what happened, all the sellers got absorbed and they all got trapped, and we failed to push price any lower. So this is interesting, because we went from -480, where the sellers were increasingly getting stronger, to now the sellers increasingly getting weaker. And you take a look right here, look, -3, -131, 279, 251, 586. The sellers are getting stronger as we go along, while the buyers, while the buyers were getting weaker. Look, 90, 13, 11, very weak, 0, 11. But then as we reach right here, we create that low right after that very strong negative delta, we go, the sellers are getting weaker, 50, 586, 140, 74, 60. But then the buyers get stronger, 0, 11, 119, 217. So I usually take a look at the 4 or 5 candles right at that low, and this will be much easier to see, and you'll be able to pick this up way faster on the 1-minute time frame. You'll probably be able to pick up this reversal right here on this candle probably. Okay, so as I said, a lot of the time right at a low, you will get these sellers shorting right into that demand, and then the demand will usually trigger a lot of passive orders, causing this move up right here. And this is when I will get out right here. I see that even though we had -480, what I should see is a continuation of the selling, but this candle, okay, the law of effort and result here didn't match. Even though we have huge effort, look at the result. We're creating bullish candles. The price is closing consistently higher in these 2 candles. So most likely we had one large push, one large really just tried to push price down, but it all got absorbed. The buyer, they just couldn't push it down any lower. And, you know, it was determined that this price was at a discount and now the buyers are stepping in. At this candle, I would have closed my short. Very, very important to be able to determine this early on and do this analysis right at the low so I can get out here rather than get out all the way up here. You know, it'll be too late eventually. And a lot of people will be thinking that, yo, this is simply just a pullback. I'm going to hold my short, or I'm going to sell once again when we reach this order block. But look, price completely breaks through. I'm going to give you another example, right, literally at a high. Look. This happens over and over again, guys. Look, this was a news candle, but the same story applies. Huge volume, guys. Absolutely huge volume. 7,000. Expected because it's a news candle, but it's the same thing. 283, 596. Look at the volume of all of the other candles. Fairly decent. But, and then look at the delta. 1176. But the next candle just drops off to 90. Clearly, it was just a one strong push on just that candle. And we don't want just a strong push on just one candle. We want the push to remain consistently, the strength to remain consistently throughout that range. But it hasn't. It just done it through one candle. And the buyers couldn't keep up. Okay, anyone that was buying here at the top just got trapped. Okay, and the sellers, look, came in control. So we went from 1176 to 17, and then we went from -4 to 173. And as you can see, just by the closure of that candle, if you're on buys right here, you're holding buys from any point of interest or lower, this was probably been a good time to get out. Why? Because deep at this, like this, as I said, it's always going to be a battle. If we have the battle of 1176 right here, and this amount of buyers, we push price all the way here, and then price immediately in the next candle, in literally a few minutes, push price down. Well, clearly, if we manage to absorb all of these buyers and literally be all of these buyers, well, the selling most likely is going to be much, much stronger than we expect. Okay, and this is a great, this is going to be a beautiful way to identify a reversal and get out of your setup early. As you can see, price reverses to the downside. So this is a beautiful way. Make sure you backtest this. Just keep backing this over and over again. Try look what the delta is doing at lows and highs, and it will really all make sense to you. With that being said, guys, if you're interested in getting access to this software, it's a one-time payment of €399. I'm affiliated with a brilliant company that provides this, and you know, you get all the updates for free, etc. So you can get access to that down in the description down below. And yeah, with that being said, guys, do me a favor, drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment as well. Yeah, it helps my videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next lesson. Have a great day. Bye bye.